Your guards did their job, Counselor Vandacia. The prisoner is secure.
And what's this? More assassins? Explain yourself immediately! One attempt on my life today is more than enough. If you're another one of those Dark Brotherhood bastards, I assure you, you won't find either myself or Governor Keshu to be easy prey. Warn me? As always, Leviticus offers too little and too late. I received the letter, same as the other counselors. My personal guard took the threat seriously, and we captured the assassin in the act. But what of my esteemed colleagues? Are they safe? Dead? All three of them? This is unimaginable. Pharaoh Lupus's letter suggested the Longhouse Emperors left behind a secret that would prove to be a threat. But I thought he was just being melodramatic. Has Leviticus determined what this is about? 4 ambitions. Never heard of them. How could something I know nothing about make me a target of the Dark Brotherhood? It's got to be a mistake. You must question the prisoner. Get him to confess and reveal the truth of this sordid affair. Governor Keshu locked the prisoner in the holding cell in the courthouse basement. Question the villain, and find out why the Dark Brotherhood is trying to wipe out anyone who was part of the Imperial Elder Council. I'll head for Leowin afterward. I wish there was something I could tell you. The letter I received suggested that some old council business was the cause of all this. Why the Dark Brotherhood would be interested in such menial affairs, I'm not sure. I'm completely baffled. As I said, I never heard the term. The Longhouse Emperors were enamored of secrets and code words, though. Perhaps I encountered it, but it was called something else. If you think it might be important, ask the assassin when you interrogate him. I'm not sure how relevant my ancient history is, but I was appointed to the Elder Council by Emperor Durkarach himself. I helped guide the Empire through most of the reign of the Longhouse Emperors. Sadly, my role in guiding the Empire often put me at odds with the Emperors. I was rarely privy to their secrets. I'm afraid I can't shed any light on that particular mystery. Keshu the Black Fin. War hero, progressive Argonian, and governor of our fair city of Gideon. I serve as an advisor and bureaucrat. Nothing more. I have deep roots in Gideon, so I try to do my part to keep the wheels of government turning. My personal guard is dedicated and well-trained. Not to mention lucky. I was nearing the courthouse when the assassins sprang from the shadows. My guards reacted instantly and overpowered the villain. We brought them here, and Keshu locked them away.
Why is this the first I am hearing of a threat against the former members of the Elder Council? I should have been alerted to this the moment it came to light. The Chamber of Legates and the Ivory Brigade are usually quicker to share information. A prudent precaution. Leowin Castle can be better defended than anything we have here in Gideon. Still, without accurate intelligence, my Blackfin Legion is like the watchmen patrolling at night without a lantern. Enthusiastic, but ineffective. I am Keshu, called the Blackfin. The people of Gideon elected me as their governor. It is my honor to serve them. Prior to this, I traveled the world as a mercenary and helped establish the Ebonheart Pact. I even fought in the war for a time. Not at all. I gave up my commission. I seek to build an advanced Saxleal society, a more inviting and vibrant culture that embraces our past glory while retaining our current outlook on the world. Gideon is the beginning of that experiment. I learned the benefits of an integrated society during my travels. Gideon is open to anyone who wants to live in peace and contribute to my dream. All are welcome here. Someday Gideon will serve as the gateway to Black Marsh. My dream is that Gideon will one day connect all of the isolated Argonian settlements with a larger world. A center of learning, diplomacy, and culture. We have a long way to go and many hurdles to overcome, but we will get there. Eventually. The Legion I commanded, both when I was a mercenary and when I fought for the Ebonheart Pact. When I retired, a contingent of my soldiers came with me. Now they protect Gideon from bandits, hostile Argonian tribes, and other threats. I only locked the prisoner in the cell a few moments ago. I was trying to get more details out of Counselor Vondacia when you entered the courthouse. Since you're working for Captain Rian, I will allow you to interrogate the prisoner. Not much. Vondacia and his guards brought him in. It was unusual, though. The man was calm, confident, completely at ease. Not a hint of worry or concern, like the rabbit that knows it is faster than the wolf. I suggest you be careful with that one. The cell door is open. What happened here?
Poured something on the lock. Hit me. And escaped.
Some sort of acid ate right through the lock. Look, there's more of it on the floor. The prisoner used some sort of acid to disable the lock. And look, drops of acid lead toward the basement door. Follow the trail while I alert the Blackfin Legion. The assassin cannot be allowed to escape.
Dripping acid. Sloppy, but it leaves a trail you should be able to follow easily enough. I shan't leave Gideon until you have the assassin once again in custody.
Ran that way, toward the old ruins.
He almost knocked me over. How rude!
He attacked this legionnaire and ran into the ruins of the old city.
That's got it!
You're persistent, I'll give you that. All right, let's chat. Well met, sister. If I'd realized you were in the area, I would have suggested we meet for a meal at the Egg and Hammer. The chef makes a superb mudhopper stew. I suppose you're chasing me because of the incident at the courthouse, hmm? Well, aren't you a fast reader? Look, if you're here about Councillor Van Dacia's accusations, you have to know they aren't true. From your time with the Brotherhood, you must remember that if we set out to kill someone, they wind up dead. Evidence? I told the Speaker those calling cards would get us into trouble. It's not like we signed them or anything. Anyone can dip their palm in black ink and make a handprint. Look, there have been no contracts. I'm here on different business. Good question. As soon as you figure it out, let me know. I definitely want to have a chat with them myself. Now, it's been lovely seeing you again, but I really do need to get back to my daring escape. If you learn anything, I'll be in touch. If you come to any conclusions, do let me know. Ta-ta.
Is everything all right?
So, the mercenary from Leowin has returned. Tell me, were you able to capture the assassin? Or perhaps you killed him in battle once you caught up to him? I am eager to hear the news. Allow me to peruse the document, if you will. Proof positive that the Dark Brotherhood is in Blackwood. We must find this sanctuary and destroy it. What did you expect? Such lies fall from his lips like rain from the sky on a stormy day. Villains never freely admit their guilt. The evidence is right here in this letter. Meet me in Leowin and we'll share this information with Leviticus. What? Oh, my personal guard are nearby and these legionnaires are sufficient. You need not be concerned. As for Keshu, she had business to attend to. Gideon business. I saw no reason to distract her from her regular duties. Now to Leowin.
Right behind you, partner. He's got it! I am not afraid of you!
The mercenary. A few moments later, and you would have found an empty cave. Your timing really is impeccable. We've already packed up my records, and we're about to head out. But what news of the other counselors? Did your warnings reach them in time? All three of them? That's disheartening news. Well, I'll take my records to Leowen. Perhaps between the two of us, Counselor Leviticus and I can ascertain what past incident has returned to haunt us. Oh, just a lifetime of public service and bureaucracy. Mostly financial records, but also meeting notes, ledgers, those sorts of things. I oversaw budgets and finances, the collection of taxes, public works, and I kept immaculate records. That's good to hear. Emperor Leovic loved to hide things in coded documents. But what about Counselor Vandacia? Do we know if he's still safe in Gideon? Perfect. I look forward to conferring with the remaining members of the Elder Council. These brigadines will make sure I get to the city safely. Me and my records both. I'll see you in Leowen, mercenary.
Dark Brotherhood. They must be driven out of Blackwood.
I still can't figure out why they would be targeting us, Vandacia.
Eliminate the threat first. Then we can seek answers.
All of the remaining counselors in Blackwood are gathered here in the castle. Valeria, Vandacia, and myself. While we await the arrival of the scribe I sent for, tell me what you uncovered in Gideon. I'm not sure I agree with Vandacia's assessment. Yes, I remember reports of their presence early in Morikar's reign, but they were driven out. The assassins must see this as the perfect opportunity to reclaim their base, but what does that have to do with Leovik's secret and the ambitions? Vandacia, Valeria, and I were just discussing that. We think Leovik had each of the counselors unknowingly working on a different aspect of the Ambitions project. They each had access to a piece of the puzzle, but no one but Leovik knew everything. That's our prevailing theory. If the counselors ever came together to compare notes, the truth of the Ambitions would be revealed. To stop that from happening, the Dark Brotherhood was sent to kill my colleagues. Indeed. Very curious. Still, I'm hesitant to take the word of an admitted killer at face value. Not with so much at stake. Regardless, their very presence still poses a threat to all of Blackwood. The Sanctuary cannot be allowed to reopen. Jirick's and Sophis' documents contain information written in Imperial code. I sent for the scribe Aragon, but he has yet to arrive. Until then, the counselors will remain safe within these walls. You have done well so far, and have my thanks. Whatever the truth behind the murders of my fellow counselors, we can't allow the Dark Brotherhood to gain a foothold in Blackwood. I'd like you and Evely to go to Bloodrun Cave to ascertain the situation there. Talk to Evely and make your plans. Until we know more, I'm not prepared to engage in an all-out war with the Dark Brotherhood. No, better to send you and Evely to investigate the situation. Then we can determine if a more forceful response is warranted.
Hey, partner! Over here!
Secrets in government are like water splashing against the shore. Slowly, over time, they erode the foundation of society. It is the way of things. Still, despite all the tragic deaths, I appreciate that you and the Wood Elf have offered to help.
Perhaps my records, when combined with the documents you secured from Jirick and Sophis, will finally allow us to determine the truth of these ambitions. I remember the scribe Aragon. He was quite competent. I'm sure he can decipher the code.
I'd deal with the Dark Brotherhood myself, me and my Brigadines. But I can't afford to leave Leowyn unprotected. Not with everything else that has happened. The risk is simply too great.
The Chamber of Legates appreciates your help in this matter, but this one wishes she knew why these tragedies plague us. The Elder Council's past has come back to haunt us, or so it seems to Tabezako. While Countess Kero sits on Leowyn's throne, it is the Chamber of Legates that governs the city. There are 3 legates.
Leviticus has finally decided to act. Good. Find the Dark Brotherhood's sanctuary hidden in Bloodrun Cave and end this threat once and for all. Oh. And take the Wood Elf with you. I understand she's the one who warned Leviticus in the first place.
All right, you heard Leviticus. Time to get back to work. While the counselors remain here and wait for the scribe to show up, we need to determine what your Dark Brotherhood friends are actually up to. Show me that letter you found in Gideon. Yeah, these are definitely orders. It mentions Bloodrun Cave. That's northeast of Leowyn, toward the edge of Blackwood territory. Well, as the spinners always say, the best way to find out what's happening in the clearing is to step into it. Of course it does. Nothing has been easy since I found that strange book and started chasing down Leovik's secret. Well, are you still interested in solving the mystery of the ambitions? Will you come with me to Bloodrun Cave? Meet me at Bloodrun Cave. Despite your assurances, we need to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt whether the Dark Brotherhood is behind the murders or not. I'm still not sure I can trust you. You're an assassin, and you only just told me. All right, but why keep it a secret from me? We were trying to prevent the councillors from being murdered, but 4 people had to die before you decided to mention your connection to the murderers. Oh, sorry, possible murderers. Yeah, we did, didn't we? All right, your secret's safe with me. But if the Dark Brotherhood turns out to be involved and you lied to me, well, let's assume that's not going to happen. I just hope I don't have another one of those waking visions. Remember back at Fort Blueblood when we found the murdered servant? I had a vision of a shadowy figure. It was a robed and hooded cultist. Order of the Waking Flame, I think. It was brief and powerful, over in a moment, but the figure felt evil. What else could it be? It's written in an unknown language. Probably Daedric. Lupus sent me to find it, so it must be important. The last vision was a warning about the cultists. I can't let them get this book. I'll hang on to it, no matter what. I'll meet you at Bloodrun Cave.
You made the right
Bloodrun Cave is a dangerous place, whether the Dark Brotherhood is present or not. You and Everly should be on your guard at all times. Watch out for each other. I would hate to lose operatives as valuable as you two have been. Everly brought word of a threat against the former members of the Imperial Elder Council, including Councillor Leviticus. The threat seems to be related to a secret of the Longhouse Emperors, a secret concerning something called the 4 Ambitions. We don't actually know. We sent for an Imperial scribe to decipher the coded documents you found, but they have yet to arrive. In the meantime, we've been doing everything we can to protect the Councilors from Dark Brotherhood assassins. Leviticus, Valeria, and Vandacia are safely ensconced in Leowyn Castle. Unfortunately, we couldn't save Jirik, Sophus, and Eivor. You found the Dark Brotherhood's calling card at every scene, yet the assassin you met claims they killed no one. Assassins are not the most reliable source of truth. Still, that's part of what we're sending you to their sanctuary to determine. Good luck, mercenary. We're all counting on you.
Glad you made it. I wasn't looking forward to going much deeper without you. So this is Bloodrun Cave, huh? Creepy. You go on ahead. I'll follow behind you. Make sure nothing tries to ambush us. I'll catch up farther in. Check the letter you found. It said something about a door located deeper inside the cave. And there was a strange line about death being the key, whatever that means. Go on. I'll follow along shortly. This is huge! No sign of the Dark Brotherhood. Just a lot of creepy undead. Let's keep going. This looks promising. Let's talk. That creepy black door. That's gotta be the entrance to the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary. I doubt it's as simple as turning a knob, because that door doesn't have one. Let me see that letter you found again. Wasn't there something about a key? Gutted, untold danger, long trek, clear out. Ah! Here it is! And remember, death, my brother. That's the key. You really do know your Dark Brotherhood stuff? Sure would have been helpful if you mentioned any of this a lot earlier. All right, assassin. Is that what I call you now? If you're so smart, go and open the door. I'll wait. Go ahead. See if that passphrase opens the creepy black door.
Still looking for your murderer? Well, you've come to the wrong place, my friends.
We found the Black Hands beside every body.
Must I say it again? You've been duped, and the Dark Brotherhood has been set up to take the blame.
You talk to the assassin. I'll watch the others.
Haven't we already had this conversation, sister? Tell your little wood elf friend that we are not her enemy and go find the real killers. You know the Dark Brotherhood doesn't play coy. If this was our doing, we would proudly admit it. I'd like some too. I'm curious to find out who has the gall to frame the Dark Brotherhood. And rather successfully, I might add. That's no small feat. Whoever it is, they managed to trick the lot of us. Crafty indeed. Nothing substantial. You're the closest link we have to whoever this unknown enemy happens to be. Now that you're here, maybe you could... What? Now what? Cultists, portaling in. Quickly, secure the sanctuary.
That's the Order of the Waking Flame. What are they doing here? Come on, we need to figure out what's going on. This can't be a coincidence. Did the Waking Flame cultists follow us here? The Waking Flame is definitely trying to occupy this sanctuary. But why?
Fall back! Close the portals! Warn the High Priest!
Oh, I think not. All right. What were we discussing before they so rudely interrupted us? I assume this will satisfy your masters in Leowyn. The Dark Brotherhood is not your enemy. The Order of the Waking Flame invaded our sanctuary and killed my brothers and sisters. I can't let them get away with that. Seems to me the cultists didn't want you talking to me. Didn't want you hearing me tell you for the 100th time that the Dark Brotherhood didn't kill those counselors. If you ask me, those are your murderers. The Order of the Waking Flame. Opportunity and motive. Look, I don't know what that may be, and I don't want to know. But I do want to step through this portal and stick my dagger in their High Priest's throat. Care to come along? Good. Now you'll see how a Dark Brotherhood assassin deals with unsanctioned targets. And please notice that I won't be dropping any notes or leaflets along the way. Come on. Let's go before the portal closes.
Stay with the assassin. I'll inform Captain Rianne and Counselor Leviticus about the cultists.
An Ayleid ruin? Not the worst place for a Daedric cult to hide out. Let's look around. This definitely has a sense of Daedric cultist about it. Let's look around and see if we can find their High Priest. I really do want to loosen his tongue before I slice it off. Oh, looks like I'm not the only one who leaves important papers lying about. Give that a read, why don't you? Their High Priest actually ordered them to kill us! That amulet looks important. Better hang on to that. Close approximation of our calling card, but that entire pile is obviously a forgery. So the Order of the Waking Flame killed your counselors and placed the blame on the Dark Brotherhood. Then their High Priest sent his followers to kill us. Care to enlighten me as to what this is actually all about now? All this fuss and bother over an old Imperial secret? Let's review what we learned. The High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame sent cultists to the Sanctuary to eliminate both my Dark Brotherhood assassins, and you, and the Wood Elf. Obviously the cult has someone watching you. They knew exactly when to attack, certain we'd all be in the Sanctuary. Plus, they were after some cash hidden there. So who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leowyn? I'm not suggesting anything. Just following the clues. If the cultists are Dagonists, then their High Priest is probably a true fanatic. This secret...
To arms!
Let's see if something deeper inside this ruin points us to the identity of the cult's High Priest. Figure out who they are, and you may learn more about this secret than you ever imagined. Oh, and you still have that amulet. It might come in handy. Because I owe them for besmirching the good reputation of the Dark Brotherhood and for ordering the deaths of my brothers and sisters. And because now, I'm curious. It's like an itch that needs to be scratched. No, The orders suggested it was placed in the sanctuary after we abandoned it the first time. We hadn't finished reopening the place, and I hadn't run across any hidden caches. Another mystery, I suppose. Let's keep looking.
Come and take us!
This door looks impressive. Let's see what's on the other side. Over here. Voices.
We failed to kill all the assassins, and the Wood Elf and the mercenary are still alive.
Yes. The High Priest isn't going to be happy about that, but we retrieved the cache hidden in the old sanctuary.
With the contents of the cache, the High Priest should be able to determine where to find the first ambition.
Agreed. And we will soon have the location of another one of the ambitions. As just another Imperial Counselor, the High Priest has them all fooled.
Now that's something new. What do you think? Sometimes listening provides the answers we seek. It seems their High Priest is actually one of your counselors. That explains how they knew your movements. And they found whatever they were looking for in the sanctuary. I'd rather not know any more about this damn secret. It's cursed. But did you see how they opened that portal? They used their amulet on the pedestal. You still have the one we found. Let's find another pedestal and see if we can follow them. Keep looking. We need to find a pedestal like the one those cultists used.
Victory is cruel. Defeat is worse.
That pedestal looks promising. Let's talk before you try to open a portal. This may work. It may not. We may open a portal that takes us to the cultists, or we may open one to some dark and deadly corner of oblivion. Still, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, ready to try something daring? It looked to me like the cultists used their amulet on the pedestal and opened a portal. Examine the pedestal and see if there's a place to fit the amulet. These Dagonist fools think they've gotten the better of us. Let's prove them wrong. Well, we have a portal. Now to find out if leaping into it turns out to be a good or bad idea. Looks like the portal sent us to another part of the Iliad ruins. Let's see what's in this section. Vandacia is the Order's High Priest. I knew I disliked the man the moment he had me beaten. We're too late. The location of the ambition was sent to the High Priest. What was that about an attack on Leowyn Castle? So, now I know who needs to die for this grave insult to the Dark Brotherhood. Councillor Vandacia, the High Priest of the Waking Flame. But what do you make of that journal entry about the first ambition and an attack on Leowyn Castle? They got what they were after, and now they're sending their forces to kill the rest of the councillors. With the other councillors dead, Vandacia will be the only person who knows the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. And Vandacia will do everything in his power to get his hands on those documents. I suppose your course is clear. You need to return to Leowyn Castle as quick as you can. I'm going to stick around and deal with a few more of these Waking Flame cultists. I still have a little anger to work off after that attack on my sanctuary. I suggest you return to Leowyn Castle with all due haste. I'm an assassin, not a soldier. I've done my part. Now go do yours. When I'm finished here, if Vandacia is still alive, well, then we'll see what we shall see. That portal should take you back toward the exit, or to some terrible plane of oblivion. One or the other.
That's it. Are you hurt? Let's ride. There's something wonderful about wandering a city's streets with no destination.
Get those doors open. We need to get to the counselors.
They're barred from the other side.
Mercenary, you've returned. Everly's attempting to breach the barracks. Go! The Waking Flame cultists created a distraction. And like raw recruits, both Everly and I fell for it. As soon as we left the castle, they swarmed the place and barricaded themselves inside. I'm not sure. By the time we realized the distraction was nothing more than a ruse, the cultists had locked us out. If the cultists harm Leviticus, Vandacia, and the others, I won't rest until they pay. What? Are you certain? Vandacia has served Blackwood and the Empire before that for more than 50 years. Enough. We need to get inside. Then we can determine the truth of all this. Find Everly by the barracks and assist her.
Steady. Wait for it. Now we can go in. Let's... Oh, you're here. Oh, thank Ifra you're back. Captain Rian and I, they tricked us, lured us out of the castle. Now the place is locked down and I don't know if any of the counselors are still alive. I've mucked this up real good. Vandacia? That traitor! He tricked us, lied to us, had his own colleagues murdered, and all to get his hands on a few Daedric weapons? But Lyrinth, the Dremora, she told me that the fate of the world was at stake. We need to reach the counselors. Yes, the barracks connect to the rest of the castle. Since I dispatched the cultist guards, we can get to the counselors and the legates this way. Let's go, but stay alert. We're not sure how many of those cracked acorns are waiting for us in there. Hurry! We need to reach the counselors!
Haste our steel!
I can't believe Vandacia fooled us. Or that he's in charge of these fanatics.
Vandacia, how could you?
Valeria, with everything at stake, how could I not?
Counselor Valeria! No! Baragon? When did you get here?
I came as soon as word arrived from Councillor Leviticus. I was with him when the cultists attacked, but we got separated.
We have to find Leviticus. Come with us, brother. We need to stick together.
I knew things were tense, but I didn't think a war would break out the moment I reached the castle. The cultists spilled out of portals like ants erupting from anthills. It was all I could do to get out of the way and reach a place of safety. And you as well. I arrived as quickly as I could, but even then I was too late to do more than glance at the coded documents. You should hurry, though. Vandacia went after Councillor Leviticus, and he had murder in his eyes. Take my sister and go.
Come on! We don't have time to talk to my brother right now. We need to find Councillor Leviticus. If he's still alive, we need to do everything possible to keep him that way. If he's not, then Vandacia has to pay. My brother will fill us in after we save Councillor Leviticus and whoever else is still alive in the castle. And don't worry about Baragon. He can take care of himself.
Taste our steel!
Counselor Valeria. She's dead. We have to keep looking for Leviticus.